Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 4, structure of the atom. Okay, so in our previous chapter, that is chapter number 3, so we have learned that atoms as well as molecules are said to be fundamental building blocks of matter, isn't it? And existence of different kind of matter, it is due to different atoms which is constituting to form them, right? So now the question is, what makes the atom of one element different from atom of another element? How two atoms are different? So are atoms really indivisible, like we studied about Dalton's theory? So do atoms really indivisible, so it can't be divided further? So it was proposed by Dalton, right? So are there any smaller constituents inside the atoms? So we shall find out the answers to these questions in this particular chapter. Okay, so we will learn about subatomic particles and the various models that have been proposed to explain how these particles are arranged within the atom. Okay, and a major challenge before the scientists at the end of the 19th century was to reveal the structure of the atom as well as to explain its important properties. Okay, the elucidation of the structure of atoms, it is based on the series of experiments. So based on experiment, they proved this. Okay, one of the first indication that atoms are not divisible comes from studying static electricity and the condition under which electricity is conducted by different substances. So in our previous chapter we got to know that atoms cannot be divided further, but now we are listening to such condition that it can be divided into subatomic structure by a static electricity and the condition under which electricity is conducted by different substances. So let us see in detail. So in today's topic, let us have a brief introduction to the chapter, and we shall start with first topic, that is charged particles in a matter. Let's begin. Coming to introductory part. Okay, so here we should know what is atomic number. So students, we already know that 118 elements are totally present in a periodic table, right? So that is 118 elements are surrounded us, right? So how do you represent this atomic number as? So atomic number is represented by Z. Okay, so Z is nothing but number of protons and number of electrons in a neutral. That means, so P is always equals to E. That is P in the sense protons, which is positively charged, and E is negatively charged. So these both are present in equal, but more concentration is given to protons. Okay, so this is about atomic number. So what is the representation for atomic number? It is Z. So electrons and its discovery. Okay, so before that we shall see charged particles in matter. So for understanding the nature of charged particles of matter, so we need to perform few activities. So like activity 4.1. So it is a simple and very fun loving activity that we have all performed in our classes when we were like freely sitting, right? So when we don't have any classes, or we find some activities to do in class, right? So even I have did this personally. Okay, so what we do is, so we take a scale and rub over the dry hair, and we collect some small pieces of paper, and we try to place a scale upon that pieces of paper. So we add that kind of fun during class hours, right? Yes, so what you need to do is, you need to comb a dry hair, and you need to observe whether the comb attracts the small pieces of paper. So you can rub the hair by using plastic scale. Okay, what do you observe? Yes, the paper get attracted to the comb, right? And rub the glass rod with a silk cloth and bring the rod near an inflated balloon. So what do you observe? Okay, so these observations you should make and you should tell me in the live session what you have come across. Okay, and from these activities we can conclude that on rubbing two objects together they become electrically charged. Okay, so where does this charge come from? So this question can be answered by knowing that an atom is divisible and consists of charged particles. Okay, even when we rub our hands, so we feel heat, and how that heat is being supplied. So how does it happening? So from this they concluded that there are subatomic particles within the atom which can be divided, and it consists of charged particles. So many scientists contributed in revealing the presence of charged particles in an atom. So many scientists worked on it. So it was known by 1900 that the atom was not a simple, and it was known that it is indivisible particle, so but contained at least one subatomic particle, isn't it? So and the electron identified by J.J. Thomson. So here electron is represented by E. Upon that you can see negative charge, that is minus. So it is also said to be cathode rays. Okay, so why it is said cathode rays? Because it was emitting the negative charge. Okay, and the charge of electron is 1, and it is what do you say, common stable constant value is 1.6 into 10 to the power 19. So everywhere we can't write this 1.6 into 10 to the power 19. So to make our study convenient, so what scientists do, so 1.6 is nothing but electron is negatively charged. Since it is negatively charged, it is minus 1, right? So charge of electron is 1.6, it is a constant. So and the unit to measure the charge is coulomb. Okay, so we write it as 1.6 into 10 to the power 19 C, capital C. And this was discovered by J.J. Thomson in the year 1896, right? And the electron was identified by him itself, that is J.J. Thomson. So even before the electron was identified, E. Goldstein in the year 1886, so what he discovered was the presence of new radiation in a gas. Okay, so you could see there is a new radiations from a gas which is discharged, and they call them as a canal rays. Okay, so these rays are positively charged radiations. So these what is the rays? Canal rays are the positively charged radiations, so which ultimately led to the discovery of another subatomic particles. So this subatomic particles had a charge equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. Okay, so to that of electron. Okay, so whatever the subatomic particle was formed, okay, so in the sign to that of electron, it was mass approximately 2000 times as that of proton. So see the mass, it was varied from 2000 times more than electron. Okay, so it was given the name of proton. So it was given as proton. In general, an electron is represented as E negative and a proton as P positive. And the mass of the proton is taken as 1 unit and its charge as +1, right? You know it. And the mass of electron is considered to be negligible. Okay, and its charge is -1. Okay, and it seemed highly likely that an atom was composed of protons and electrons. So these electrons are revolving in the outer shell of the outer boundary of any atom, right? So here our nucleus. So here you can see protons and electrons always revolve around, so mutually by balancing their charges. So it also appeared that the protons were in the interior of the atom. So always protons will be within the atom, inside the atom, but electrons could easily be seen. Okay, I mean to say it will be in the outer surface. Okay, but not the protons can be seen. So now the question is, what sort of structure did these particles of atoms was? Okay, so we will just learn in the next class about the structure of an atom. Okay, so before that you should know the discovery and what is the charge of electron and what is a constant charge unit to measure, unit to symbolize, and what is electron and what is proton and how did they discover it. Okay, so in next class we shall see the structure of an atom in detail. So children, I hope you could recall the previous chapter content to relate with this, and we shall proceed with the same content of previous chapter in this lesson also. So hope you understand it. Okay, I'll forward you the worksheet. Do solve it, children. Have a good day.